I was born on October 7, 1847, in Holub, at that time part of the Habsburg monarchy, now in Czechia. I studied medicine at the university but was interested in many other disciplines such as archaeology, zoology, botany, ethnography, and more. Africa fascinated me since my childhood. That's why I left right after getting my diploma for South Africa. Altogether, I have been to south part of the African continent twice. First, I spent 7 years in southern Africa between 1872 and 1879. For my second travel to Africa, I planned a large expedition which occurred between 1883 and 1887. During my first stay in Africa, 1872 to 1879, I worked as a doctor in the diamonds fields, Kimberley. When I had enough money, I spent them on my expeditions and collecting. I was the very first person to draw a map of Victoria Falls in 1875. I wanted to get to the back then unknown areas on the Zambezi, but my boat wrecked in 1876, and I lost many of my records and collected materials. After this, decided to return to Europe in 1877. My second travel was more ambitious. I planned to explore many unknown territories. During my second time in Africa, 1883 to 1887, I wanted to get to then quite unknown Ila people of nowadays Zambia. It did not go well, however, and we got into a conflict near the Galialonga village in 1886. During the attack, again, most of records and collection were lost. This forced me to return back to Europe in 1887. During my time in Africa, I collected everything I could. What I couldn't get, I at least recorded. I managed to collect about 40,000 objects. I wanted to preserve the cultural heritage of the indigenous African people and to promote their rich cultures in the Western world. I planned to establish large African museums in Prague, Vienna, and Budapest. Unfortunately, the museums were not built. Nevertheless, I gave the objects I collected to institutions all over Europe. Most of my pieces can be found in Welt Museum in Vienna, Napastek Museum in Prague, and African Museum of Emil Holub in Holub. I described my adventures in the book 7 Years in South Africa. There you can find more about me. And, more importantly, you can see what I have managed to record and so to preserve for later generations.